Facts.
Ball facts. Ball facts.
What other channel do it like this?
Ball facts.
I was raised in the hills, they say the hills have eyes. If it's true when they do, they seen the wheel, they seen the drive. Still think about them hills when they hang me out to dry. I hear ESPN talk, I just think that it's a lie. I was raised by a beast, I was played by a cheat. Train me to move and maneuver with manure at my feet. I was young and in my teens trying to prove it to the league. And the league proved to me that they don't do what you think. You pass a lot of plays and they gon' move you to the wing. My unselfish style can win, I truly do believe. But I switch it up for y'all cause y'all ain't using what I bring. First I changed my shot and that changed a lot of things. It's an uphill battle when you gotta change your game. But it's Chino Hill's mindset, Hills ain't a thing. Facts. Ball facts coming back at you again, and we gonna give you the facts. Today I gotta go into some things about Lonzo Ball. I'll give more updates on his play a little later, but I really want to cover what Lavar Ball talked about Lonzo, and I want to add some input because he said a lot of interesting things, and some I don't agree with, and other things I've said, so I want to get into it.
Let's talk about Lonzo, right? What have you made so far of his start with the Pelicans and the way he's performed? Obviously, the team's not great. What do you make of his performances so far?
His performances, you're going to get what you get out of it. If you really believe in Lonzo, you got to let him go. You can't spot play him. You got to give him, you give him 40 minutes, you're going to win games.
Look, I know it sucks that Lonzo's game is based off of confidence from the coach. I know it sucks that Lonzo's game is based off of getting 40 minutes. We would love for Lonzo to be a person that could get in 5 minutes at the end of the second quarter and just go off, but he's not that person. Lavar's trying to tell these people that he trained him a certain way. So if you want success, you gotta play with him this type of way. But they don't want to listen. Don't you think he knows something? Don't you think he knows something about Lonzo more than you, more than your trainers? Come on now, 40 minutes, give him minutes, and then he will produce. And if you don't believe it, then try it out, test it. Are you kidding me? Let's look at the stats too. Go to the games where he plays 40 minutes and let's see what happened to Alvin Gentry.
A lot of games. On the fact that I've trained my boys to play the whole game. So now you got the best player with his hand on the game the whole time.
He said the best player. He really does have confidence in his sons, but should they play the whole time? Was that been a good thing or a bad thing? Y'all let me know in the comments.
So he's not gonna let it get away. But if you start him and then before the second half, take him out for 6 minutes and start him again and take him out, that's how you're gonna get injured because he's going 100 miles an hour, stop, 100 miles an hour, stop. Now little things,
Okay, we are right back where we started in the Lakers. Luke Walton, get up, sit down. Is this deja vu? Oh man.
If you just let him flow through, you ain't gonna have no problem. And then at the end of the game, it shows that you don't have any faith in him when you don't let him finish the game.
See, right now we're in like a circle. We're in a complete circle because the Pelicans organization would say this is a no-brainer. The guy can't shoot free throws. The guy can't make open threes. The guy even misses up close layups. Why would we put him in a game in the fourth quarter at a clutch situation? Then Lavar says, if you play him many minutes, he will do good in the clutch situation. So we've got like a stalemate of the Pelicans organization or just Alvin Gentry are saying, get better and then we'll give you minutes. And then you have the Triple B lifestyle, the Chino Hills mentality, the Lavar trainer saying if you give him minutes, then he can produce, then he can be clutch. You guys let me know what you think. Do you think Lavar is just lying or is just ignorant about who he's raised and trained his whole life, about what will unlock his cheat code?
So what I'm saying is playing 40 minutes and you believe in him, you're gonna do your thing. Now, what they're trying is we're gonna have a better flow if we bring him off the bench. You're not gonna get the best out of my son because he's not starting the game. He's been starting all his life. And now you're trying to make him a role player. He's not a role player. None of my boys are role players. They're superstars.
I could only imagine how Lavar felt when he seen Lonzo coming off the bench. Probably had a heart attack. He couldn't believe it. And you know, sometime he starts, sometime he doesn't. The Pelicans haven't made up their mind yet exactly what they want to do. But they have been winning lately, so we'll see.
And that's how you got to treat them. Something special, let them do what they do, you're going to get them wins. That's why I said if they ever get on the same team, you're going to see the speed of the game change and they're going to be very successful.
Lavar is trying to take a step ahead. Everybody tells me that fast high school ball won't work in the NBA. Well, 30 years ago, they would probably say that about the Golden State Warriors. Things evolve, things change.
So you say that, but do you think, and I know you hype Lonzo up a lot coming into the league.
I don't hype him up. It's just he is what he is.
You
I
said
know
he was
how good
better
he
than
is.
Steph Curry.
Yes, why not?
That's hyping someone up.
Huh?
That's hyping someone up,
I'm
right?
telling you the truth. I trained my son. I didn't train Steph Curry. I don't know what Steph Curry's about. I know my son bigger and stronger and faster. The way I trained him. So that's why I'm gonna have faith in my product before I say somebody else is better than my son.
So then why doesn't he play 40 minutes a game if he's better than Steph Curry?
That's what the coach won't allow that.
Wrong question, buddy. He just answered it with straight common sense.
Why doesn't he play 40 minutes a game if he's better than Steph Curry?
That's what the coach won't allow that. Let me coach. He'll play over 40 minutes a game.
Do you have any issues with the fact that sometimes he's coming off the bench behind Nickeil Alexander-Walker? He's sometimes the third point guard off the bench.
Sure, he's sometimes the third person. Like I said, any coming off the bench, you don't know what my son's about. If you don't believe in that, it is what it is. Now here's what the scenario is. You get the first pick, you get Zion, that's your dude.
Yeah.
That's how your mind is set. Oh, shoot, if Lonzo playing with him, it's gonna be awesome. Zion not playing. Oh, guess Lonzo ain't gonna be that awesome. Nobody runs the lane that fast. There's two people that run the lane every single time. That's Melo and Jello. If you put zone that, he's gonna throw a lot of long passes that you guys see once in a blue moon. He's gonna attack the rim a lot. Because if you're worried about the wings, you can go right past the 4 and the 5 man. A lot. But if you got people jogging down and waiting for the ball and gotta handle it, you can't play that speed of the game like that.
Basically what he's trying to tell you is like, Zion is a great player and he does like to run. And they could be really good. But with the bad coach, they won't do anything. It'll be the same thing. And then he says, Lonzo, LiAngelo, and Melo together is what it needs to be. And why does he say that? Because if they cannot find the right coach, all three of them on the same team will just make it happen. They will just run. They will just play together. So with all three of them, the coach won't matter. But if you pair Lonzo with other players that seem to be good and running, it doesn't matter if the coach is cutting off the snake's head, can't bite nothing, can't do nothing. He preaches the same message because he understands it.
And that's you just got to be in the right system, in the right frame of mind where the coach got to be like, you know what? I'm gonna let you go ahead and do it. I'm gonna play you till you fall dead.
So in the preseason, we saw Lonzo and Zion.
Uh-huh.
There's a nice partnership between those two.
It was okay.
Do you think it'd be a good thing for the Pelicans to be a little bit patient and to wait for those two to kind of grow up together? Because they would complement each other.
They complement each other. I mean, here's the thing, man. You don't know what they're thinking upstairs. And until you do and get a great relationship with that, where they believe in something, that's when you're going to be successful. Because I don't care how good you are, if that coach don't believe in you like he should, you're not going to be that. You're going to be okay. And that's where Lonzo's at. He hasn't ran into a coach yet to say, you know what? Here's the keys.
See, Lavar knows that it's the guys upstairs that hold the power. He knows that there's sports analysts and referees and coaches and all that. But when you get to the top, like he understood what happened at the Lakers with Jeannie Buss. Magic was cool, but way at the top, you got to have the person at the top to say, I like this guy. I believe in this guy. Jeannie Buss was going against Magic Johnson. He's huge in the basketball world. All the sports analysts that were saying Luke Walton wasn't doing his job, but she believed in her guy and she stuck with him. And Lavar knows that. He sees how it is. He was in Lithuania where the coaches wouldn't do what he wanted to do, and the guys upstairs wouldn't make the coach do what he wanted them to do. And that's why they had to leave. He went to Spire. He's seen where they gave Jermaine the keys to the whole sports program, and Jermaine just loved what Lavar stood for and ran it, and he had success. So Lavar doesn't even want to sit down here and argue with trolls on internet and really even argue with these other people talking. He wants to go into the big offices, CEO to CEO, owner to owner, and really pour his heart out to him. And that's what he's going to have to do at some point. Out of all these teams in the NBA, he's going to have to make a connection with somebody. It's just a lot of these NBA teams are old money, traditional, want what they want the way they want it. Lavar is like basically coming against what a lot of them stand for, which is just the rich get richer. So he's probably going to have to make a deal where
His sons take the minimal of the minimal to make it happen. A 3-year deal where they each make $3 million. That sounds crazy, right? They're going to have to, Lavar's going to really have to basically make it appetizing to them to say, look at the numbers. This is what we can do. If we generate this much money and we're only taking this much money, you're going to earn more than any other NBA team in the league this year. That's the deal he's going to have to make. And you know what? Really putting that equity in is worth it, because this is for all the marbles. If you pull this off, like Nate Robertson said in that episode with the Cribs thing, if you pull this off, it's going to be legendary. There's going to be nowhere that you can't put your hands in the pot.
Every time he played for me, successful. Chino Hills, coach believed in him, very successful. UCLA, Steve said, you know what? Go ahead, LaVar, let him do what he do. Very successful. Now, when you get to the league and they don't believe in you like that, it's the same thing. This is probably before your time, man. The Lakers had Norm Nixon. They brought in Pat Riley, who was upstairs doing some video media stuff like you. And say, man, you the coach. Coach Magic. I believe in Magic. But wear a nice suit, slick your hair back, guess what? We finna start winning. But he believed in Magic like that. And that's what happened. The Bulls, they weren't doing too good until Phil Jackson came in there and said, oh, Michael Jordan, I'm gonna call this new thing called the Zen. You know what the Zen is in real life? Y'all figure it out. I'm just gonna sit here and act like I know what I'm doing. And he's one of the best coaches ever. Because how do you coach superstars like that? You just let them do what they do. But every time a coach is good, they have to believe in you. Before Steph Curry and Klay Thompson was the guy, Mark Jackson said, I got the best 2 shooters in the world.
Facts.
He created those guys. He created, who gonna let Draymond Green play? You too small. But if you have somebody believe in you and let you run loose like that, guess what? You're successful. Now Kerr come in there and say, I'll coach him. I'll try to tell him I coach him. How do you coach that? You don't. You let them do what they do. And hopefully the chemistry, sometimes the chemistry between players are a lot better than the best players together.
So is that the ultimate dream for you, to have Zoe, Jello, Melo on the same team? And is it you as head coach?
Stop it. Did he try to slide in there, you as the coach? I'm glad LaVar moved right past that question, because he's not trying to be an NBA coach. He wants to spend time with Tina, drink a glass of milk, eat a donut, some chocolate chip cookies, and chill at home with the remote watching his kids' away games. You know, then when they come back to town, watch the home games. That's what he wants to do. He would only coach a team if that was the only way his sons could get on the same team. A 1-year deal, and they said, we need you as a coach. LaVar would do it. But he's not trying to be a coach. He's trying to find another person like Jermaine Jackson that's an extension of him. And not even just an extension of him, someone who sees what he sees, someone who cares for his kids the way he does. Then he can just sit back and say, okay, y'all do y'all thing. He doesn't want to be in their life forever. Of course he wants to be in their life forever, but he doesn't want to be controlling things and being their coach and being their trainer forever. He's done the groundwork. He can't sit there at 70 years old. Yeah, Melo, keep doing those dips. How many shots you gonna get up? Let him sit down with his cane and watch. But he can't do it all. He's not supposed to do it all. But before he gets too old, you better believe LaVar's gonna spend these next 6-7 years really pushing his sons to get better, really pushing the league to let them join the same team. Why wouldn't he? This is what he's worked for. It's for them. Because if they built that empire, then the Ball legacy, the Triple B brand goes on forever. And he's done exactly what he set out to do, was to create that generational wealth for them.
Somebody's going to let that happen. And when it does, it's going to be very, very special on the fact that folks are going to be like, man, they changed their game.
So Lonzo, he's still in his transformation. This is the update of what his father thinks about it. His father is basically holding to the hope that he can get a coach to let him play his game. But in the meantime, Lonzo can't hold on to that hope. He's got to produce, because every game that goes by that he only gets 8 points and 4 assists, it's closer to people saying he's a bust. It's that much closer to saying he should be on the bench. He's literally fighting for his starting role every night. So he can't wait for a coach. He can't wait for his brothers to come in. He can't wait for any deals, type of leverage, type of things. You know, everyone's saying when his rookie contract's over, he's done. Lonzo is trying to adjust now. I watched the Pacers game, and yes, he's trying. Of course, he needs to do a better effort, but he's working towards it. All right, you guys let me know in the comment section if you believe this is all Lonzo needs. Everybody that tries to talk to me that's hating says, oh, you say the weather has to be the perfect degrees for Lonzo to be good. Everything's got to be specifically perfect for him to do well in the NBA. Well, we can cut all that. Lavar has just narrowed it down to one thing. All he needs is one thing, a coach that believes in him. Maybe I'll make a new song about that. Who knows? But what do you guys think? Tell me in the comment section. Would Lonzo Ball's game change if he had a coach that truly believed in him, made him the star player, put him first, gave him his minutes? The coach is the problem. Y'all let me know. Yes or no? All right, guys, it's that time again. Thank you guys for all the support, all the love. I appreciate it. Make sure y'all leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, like, share, all that. Ball facts again. Peace.